Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I tested out the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Foundation and the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Powder. So I put this to the test today as I normally do. I did a flashback test, which you guys can see, and I did wear this for 9 hours to test it out completely. And I know you guys are probably thinking like, bitch, it's a drugstore foundation. You really don't have to test it that much. But hey, $13 is $13, and if it's a horrible foundation, I think that it should be noted, so that way you could save your $13. Even though you're probably going to be a little bit more receptive to spending $13 rather than $30, I still reviewed it the same as I would review it a fucking $50 foundation, because all reviews should be the same, in my opinion. Personally, that's just me. So I put that to the test, and if you guys are interested on seeing how this applies, what I think of it, and all that good stuff, of course, go ahead and keep on watching. As usual, make sure you guys like this video. Please hit the like button. I know I sound so fucking annoying every single time I say it, but it does help me out and I really do appreciate it. And make sure you guys subscribe. And yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing how these products wear and how I test them and all that good stuff, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so starting off this L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation review, and I guess powder review, because I'm going to set it with that. I'm going to go ahead and take my Hangover primer, and what I like to do with this is I like put it around the edges of my face, if that makes any type of sense. The areas where I don't get like super dry, I mean super oily is what I meant to say. And then I take the Just Peachy one and then put that in my oily areas, which is the center of my face. So that's been my recent combo, but mainly on an everyday basis. Honestly, if I'm too lazy to do two different ones, I really just like this, as you guys know in my other video. I especially love that one like on the nose, because I do feel like it gets rid of my pores, and for some reason, I don't know, it just makes my skin look like bomb, like super smooth. So that's been the one that I like recently. Then I just take the Primed and Peachy, and I'm just gonna take that in my T-zone and a little bit on my forehead. And I love using this too because the smell, but you guys already know because I already wore it in a few videos now. Oh fuck, put too much on there. Rub it in those lines and then rub it in and pat out. Alright guys, so the Pro Matte 24-Hour Foundation Infallible, there's a whole lot of names on here. L'Oreal 24-Hour Foundation Infallible Pro Matte, I guess that's like the full name of it, is $12.99 at Ulta. I hear really good things about this, and obviously it is a little bit more accessible than MAC and stuff like that, and obviously it still is a little bit cheaper. And you do get 1 ounce, which I was kind of tripped out because I honestly, look at this compared to my hand. I really thought, damn, that's really small, but I guess there is 1 ounce in there. So, standard fluid ounce. And it doesn't say on the website, because I was looking right now to see, is it a full coverage or is it like a medium coverage? I honestly don't know. It just says flawless coverage in the back. I don't know what that means, but obviously we're going to find out right now. So, what it says on the Ulta's website, it says L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte 24-Hour Foundation has an air-light texture with a demi-matte finish. This super gliding mattifying formula has a high water content for maximum comfort that lasts. Benefits: contains shine-defying... Wait, did I say that right? Yeah. Contains shine-defying... Shine-defy? What the fuck? I don't know. I want to say defying so bad. Shine-defy blotting spheres that act like a blotting paper, instantly absorbing sweat and oil without disturbing color pigments. Oh, there it goes. It says medium coverage. There we go. Perfect, because I'm going to the Dodger game today with my dad, so I wanted to do something that was a little bit more on the medium coverage. I don't want to do a full-on coverage, you know, because I'm going to be looking real cray in that light. Oh, because it's a daytime game. Well, day to night. There I go fucking rambling again. Let me go ahead and get to fucking applying this, and I'm going to be taking my Rihanna beauty sponge. Honestly, you guys, I love this sponge. I've been using it way more than my beauty blender. I think it's because it's like a flat surface. I get a little bit more coverage and it presses it into the skin way more than my beauty blender. So ever since the Rihanna video, I have been using this literally every single day. So yes, this is what I'm taking to do this, and then we'll get on to the powder. Another thing that I wanted to mention is it is so difficult to find your shade in a drugstore / Ulta, and I feel like Ulta of all places should have samples of it, because I wanted to open it so bad in store and just put it on my hand to see the shade, because I can't tell what color I am. So I just picked out the shade 108 Caramel Beige, and I'm just gonna hope that this works. I know the powder, it looks a little bit light, but it's like the powder was either way too light or way too dark, so I'm just like, ugh. So, yeah, hopefully this is the right shade. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, it definitely does look darker than the actual tube, so that's good, because I was worried that it was going to be too light. Oh, fuck, this is yellow as fuck. Okay, so far I do like the finish. It is definitely instantly matte. The color we're just gonna have to bear with because this is definitely too yellow for me. And you guys know how I say in other videos like the other foundations are yellow. Psh, this one's like extremely yellow. I'm pretty sure you can tell the difference here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and make it work, and hopefully the powder that I got will like neutralize this, because holy fuck, I feel like I'm gonna look like Homer Simpson. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in so you guys hopefully can see my forehead. I don't know what it is with my fucking forehead. I swear it's just like my problem area. And like the foundation already looks like it's separating and just splotching up. If you guys can't see underneath this light, because I know with the beauty lights, they just kind of like diffuse any, you know, rough appearances. So I'll just show you guys underneath normal light, but I just wanted to note that I just don't know what it is right here in this area. It's just splotching and already looking separated, which I don't even get because I honestly haven't even had it on for like more than 2 minutes. So I don't know why it's doing that, but I know that a lot of people out there were saying they can't find a foundation yellow enough for them. I definitely think that this foundation, if they all run like this, is really yellow, so you guys may like that. So I wanted to note that. Also, I wanted to say that the coverage I feel like is really nice. I do like it. It is definitely a very medium coverage, which I want on like an everyday basis. I don't want to do like full coverage 24/7. I mean, well, I kind of do, but I mean, it does get a little heavy. So a medium coverage is nice. I do like that, but let's see if I can work it out on my forehead. I'm just gonna take some on a brush and then take it down my neck and my beard area. And I do like to take foundation over that, so that way I don't look like 4 different colors. Now, just in case you guys are new here and haven't seen before on my channel, I can't really use a brush on my face right here. I can use it on my forehead because I have broken capillaries, so any of the redness in my face that you see are broken capillaries. So if I take a brush to that, it just skips right on over it. So I obviously don't like that finish, so I always use a sponge. So just letting you guys know that. Alright, and you guys know I like to do the flashback test to let you guys know if there's any flashbacks, so I'm going to go ahead and take a flash picture and let you know my thoughts. Nothing too major, it's definitely not that bad. So far, I will say that I do like the finish of this foundation. It is very matte, but it looks natural. I think it's because it's just a medium coverage. On my forehead, I just already know I'm going to hate it on my forehead, but that's the whole point of reviewing it and testing it out, is just, you know, seeing how it wears and stuff like that. My forehead is just already showing fine lines and it's already looking separated. I don't know why, for some reason, like with my normal foundations that I normally use, like MAC and all that, this problem never happens, honestly. And I know with the Fenty foundation it did it, and then with this foundation it's already fucking doing it, so I can tell that it's gonna be that way. But I'm hoping that when I put the powder on, it'll bring it all together. So yeah, so this is the Pro Matte powder. Honestly, you guys, I fucked up and I got like the wrong shade. I got 300 nude beige, and I just already know this is gonna be way too light for me, so I'm probably gonna end up like going really heavy on the bronzer, so that way I look back to life, because I definitely do wanna test out the powder. So if I look really dead in this video, you guys know why. It's honestly so hard for me to find a damn powder in a drugstore, because it's like, why don't you have samples out there? Like, I know Ulta has the money to put out a damn sample, put it in a little sample case, and just leave it up front so that way people could see the color and swatch it and stuff like that, because honestly, just winging it and not being able to swatch it is really fucking hard. But I mean, I guess maybe because I'm just used to like makeup stores like Sephora and stuff like that that just have samples of everything, and I know Ulta is like drugstore, but I think they should definitely make a sample. I almost forgot, on days that I do my foundation like really soft and not very full coverage, I normally take whatever foundation that I'm wearing and I use that as my concealer. I don't want to do the Shape Tape because it is super full coverage, and that's not the look that I'm going for today. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the Pro Matte and then just put it underneath my eyes and use that as my concealer. And I forgot to mention earlier, when I was putting the foundation on my face, you definitely have to move fast with this. Like, work in sections, because this shit does dry super fast. And just so you guys know, I am gonna test this foundation like fully like I normally would if it was $100, because you know what, $13 is $13, and if a foundation is not good, the foundation's not good. I don't care the price point. But just letting you guys know, I'm still gonna do my same routine and critique it just as hard as I normally would. Obviously the price does play a role in it, don't get me wrong, because you're more acceptable to paying $13 for a foundation rather than like, you know, 40 bucks for a foundation. But I'm still gonna critique it as hard, just letting you guys know that. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the powder with my Morphe E23. Oh yeah, this is like way too light for me. Holy shit. I definitely messed up. I'm just gonna go ahead, basically I'm just gonna like highlight with this because this is just, or you know what, maybe if I just use it really soft, let's see. I'm just kind of like setting the under eyes with it. I'm also gonna do a review of the L'Oreal Pro Glow as well, even though I do get really oily throughout the day and sweaty, so that may not be the best foundation for me, but hey, still gotta test it out and see, and maybe the dewy one will hold up good on my skin, you just never know, so we'll test that out on another day. I thought the powder was like really light, but I don't see too much color coming off, so from a distance, I almost feel like it's like translucent. I mean, I see it mattifying more, but I don't see it like adding coverage or anything like that. So this color may be okay. I was just a little bit scared. I was like, oh fuck, this powder is pale as hell. I'm gonna go out there looking like Casper's dick, and I ain't trying to look like that. All right, so then now I'm gonna take my Kat Von D powder brush, which I'm sure you guys know I love this powder brush. It's like my favorite powder brush. You know what? I kind of feel like this is neutralizing the yellow in it. So that makes me much more happy because I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go out there to the Dodger game, be sitting in that harsh ass sunlight where everybody can see every little imperfection that you have, and I'm gonna be like looking yellow as hell. But I feel like this is neutralizing it. I definitely feel like a lot of people in their reviews, they don't consider flashback, and I never ever see anybody doing flashback tests. Maybe I'm just looking at the wrong channels, I don't know. But I definitely think that it is a important thing because shit, I don't wanna be out there taking pictures with my friends and then looking like a damn ghost, you know? Looking like a powdered donut. So that's why I do this test to let you guys know if there's lots of flashback or not, because that's definitely something that I would like to know about a foundation. Bitch, can you get in focus? Thank you. All right, so after applying the powder on my forehead, I feel like it definitely saved it. I feel like the powder just kind of like brought down the patchiness in it and the separation. So I hope that it holds up that way because it definitely looks way better now than just having the foundation on there. You know what it is? So, oh, you know what it is? You know what's so funny is that people always say that their nose is their problem area, and for some reason my fucking forehead is my problem area apparently to these foundations. But it's so crazy because like the Makeup Forever HD stick, the what is that other one? That one that I used to use? Oh my gosh, the Napoleon Purtis foundation as well, the MAC Full Coverage Foundation, which I've been using for years, they all don't do that on me. And for some reason when I start getting into reviews, I'm like, why the fuck is this doing this on my forehead? It's showing every damn nook and cranny that I got. But now it looks way better with the powder on, so I hope that it does hold up. Also, thanks to the powder, bitch, can you focus? Also, thanks to the powder, I really, bitch, you trying it, aren't you? You trying it, bitch, I said focus. Matches better, it like neutralizes a little bit more. I guess there's more pink in the powder. Even though I do think that I could have definitely went a shade darker, I feel like this is okay. I'll just put on a bunch of bronzer. And actually right now I'm gonna go ahead and do my bronzer. As you guys know, I like to do my bronzer on camera so that way you guys can see how it's interacting with the foundation. So just in case you guys are new here to my reviews. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Tan. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my bronzer, and I'll just speed up through this part and I'll let you guys know if there's any problems or anything like that. Alright, so as I put on my bronzer, everything was perfectly fine. It didn't get all funky or anything like that, but I did notice that my skin is like actually getting dry, which is very weird. I'm assuming this is very, very matte. I mean, obviously if it says 24-hour wear and it says Pro Matte. I don't know if I mentioned, I feel like I did mention, but I'm not too sure, that I'm gonna be doing one of the Pro Glow as well. Did I say that? I feel like I said that. I probably said that. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Vitamin E Hydrating Mist, and this one I like to use if the foundation is really dry because it's a little bit more hydrating. I also love the Hangover one, but look, I'm gonna be dead honest with you guys. I refrain from using it, this one right here, and I always only like to use it for like special occasions because that shit's fucking expensive. I think this one right here is 14 bucks, and that is like, how much is that? Like $32. Another one that I also like is the Mario Badescu setting spray too, but I'm about to be out of that one. So yeah, let me just douse my face. All right, you guys, so it is currently, let's just say 3 o'clock, and I'm gonna go ahead and do check-ins throughout the days. throughout the day and let you guys know how it's wearing and stuff like that. Just to give you my thoughts right now, I definitely do like the finish of it, and I think it is definitely a medium coverage. I don't know if it's going to be able to build to a full coverage because there is some areas like on my redness where I tried to build it a little bit and it did kind of get a little bit funky. I don't know if you guys remember or if you guys saw like my Too Faced one. When I tried layering that one, it did get a little bit funky and start like lifting off. It started doing that right here, but to me that's totally okay because I want just a medium coverage out of this. Out of the Too Faced one, I was like, this shit's expensive, so I want it to be medium and full coverage, but it's just a strictly medium coverage foundation. And this does say just a medium coverage foundation as well. So just letting you guys know, it may not be able to build the most nicest full coverage, but I like it right now for a medium everyday coverage. And yeah, I'll go ahead and do check-ins throughout the day and let you know what it's looking like and my thoughts and all that stuff. All right, y'all, so I'm sitting in the car right now and it is currently 6:47. You guys can't even see that, can you? What the fuck? Okay, my phone is tore up. It's 6:47. Anyway, so I know I look really weird right now, but actually so far I really like the way this foundation is wearing. It was super dry at first, but right now I like it and I feel like it's like the perfect medium coverage for me. So far so good, and I will check back in a couple hours and let you guys know how it is then. All right, y'all, so it is currently 11:36. Can you see that? Can you see that? I can't tell. Anyways, it's 11:36, so I've had this on for over 8 hours now. Actually, like what, eight and a half hours. And honestly, I really like the way it's wearing. I think that it did get better on my forehead. It is definitely more oily now, but that's where I get really oily. So about this holding for 24 hours, I don't know, but so far at the 8-hour mark right now, I definitely do like it. And I think that the finish is like perfect. I think on my forehead, it obviously could be a little bit more matte, but other than that, on my cheeks, I think it looks good. And if you're looking for a medium coverage foundation, I think this is a really good medium coverage foundation because even though it was medium coverage, I didn't find myself wanting to like build more and more. So I kind of like that. So anyways, I'm gonna keep this on for a little while longer because I do have some things to do right now. I'm probably gonna run my fat ass to Walmart and get some food. And I thought I would just leave it on so that way you guys can see what it will look like at like, I don't know, maybe the 10-hour mark or so. So anyways, I'll go ahead and do my final check-in in, I don't know, maybe an hour, 2 hours. We'll find out right now. All right, y'all, so it's currently 12, oh, bitch, show the time so they can see. 12:35 right now, and I've had this foundation on for, then how long is that? You guys know I'm a little bit done, so let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 9 hours, well actually 9.5 hours. Overall, I definitely do like this foundation. I think that it does wear good on the skin. I will say, even though it does say on there it is good for normal to oily skin, definitely only good for oily skin because I'm assuming the reason why it was sitting in my fine lines is because they're considered dry. I really don't know. But as my oils kicked in, it did get better. And I actually feel like it's wearing really good right now. So on my forehead is pretty oily. So I don't know about this holding for 24 hours, but I definitely do think that it's an amazing foundation, especially for $12. Also, I know that they do have specials sometimes at like CVS and Walgreens where it's like buy one L'Oreal product, get 150% off. So keep your guys' eyes out for that because I definitely recommend this foundation. I think it looks great. Make sure you guys, if you have dry skin, get the Pro Glow. Even though I haven't tried that one yet, I would recommend you get that rather than this because this is like super dry. But like I said in the video, I am going to be doing a Pro Glow review as well too, hopefully pretty soon, so that way you guys can see and that way I could compare the two formulas. I will say that the powder made the foundation look way better, but it didn't add a ton of coverage. Like, it was very light. But I don't know, I kind of really like the powder actually. I think that it made a huge difference. It kind of just like set the face, but it didn't add extra coverage, and I think I liked that. I think it looked really good. So overall, I definitely would recommend both of these products to you, especially being that they're just 13 bucks, and you could even find a better deal if you guys keep an eye out for the sale and stuff like that. So yeah, overall, I would definitely recommend this product to you guys. I don't really have any complaints with it. In the beginning, I know it seemed like I didn't like it, and honestly, you guys, to be dead honest with you guys, I was like, I'm gonna fucking hate this foundation because it was looking horrible on my fine lines right here, like fucking horrible, worse than the Rihanna one, and I was just like, fuck, I'm gonna hate this. But as soon as I put the powder in and as soon as I put on some setting spray, it looks good. And being that I've had it on for 9 hours now, it looks even better than when I first put it on. So I think that that's really good. So overall, this is a great foundation. Medium coverage, once again. I know a lot of you like full coverage, as do I, but this is definitely more for everyday wear. It's not a full coverage going out like, oh, bam, flawless face. No. I mean, even though, don't get me wrong, I do feel like I look pretty damn flawless. I love the finish of it, but it's not the most full coverage in the world. So just letting you guys know that. So anyways, overall, yes, I would definitely recommend this product if you guys are in the market for a drugstore foundation. This is a big motherfucking thumbs up, a big 2. So if you guys like this video, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up, alright? And make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout. You guys, I forgot to mention that there's this $5 off coupon when you spend $15 or more, and that does work for L'Oreal. So go ahead and screenshot this and get $5 off your purchase. No, this video was not sponsored. I'm just trying to help some broke bitches out, okay?